All right, let's move on. Let's install some plugins, okay? So let's start making it better. So you have to have a plugin manager, right? That's how VS Code really works underneath the hood, is that likely a lot of the plugins you're installing are just GitHub projects in which are shaped a certain way such that VS Code knows how to download them, put them in a special spot, and then run some sort of source on it that will make it run really quickly and smoothly, right? So that's kind of how plugins work. Exact same thing here with Vim. It's just the best way to do that. And the nice part is that the Viml that we've been kind of lightly writing is also the same code that is used to make plugins. If you're using NeoVim, you can use Lua, which Lua is that sweet Brazilian language, which means moon. But it has one-based indexing. That kind of hurts a little bit. And it does have a TypeScript to Lua converter, so you can have types and still have a sweet native plugin for NeoVim. I haven't played with it yet. I'm going to be playing with it here shortly. Very excited about it. I want to see how it goes. So before we can do anything, we have to get the plugin manager, right? So let's follow this link right here that says plug. If you don't have that link right in front of you, go to your, oh, that's so bright. Sorry, everybody. Go to your search bar and just type in Vim plug, and there you go. Top one. It's by June Gunn. Very cool name. I might be saying his name wrong, but I just love the idea of calling him June Gunn. And there you go. So you're going to go through here. You can see all the different installing here. Let me make it a lot bigger so we can see it. It'll be a nice plugin manager that can download all sorts of plugins. The best part about plugins is that you will just end up using GitHub for it. You'll just simply put the two words in GitHub, my name plus whatever plugin or whoever. So this one's June Gunn Vim plugin. If this was something to install, we would just simply use that and put that in there. It's very nice. So let's start first with the process of getting the plugin manager. We have to first download plug.vim. Now it has a bunch of options for you to follow. You can follow any of them. And if you're in NeoVim, you can still use the Vim one. Here, I'm going to use the Vim one myself right now. I'm going to take this random script and I'm going to go save it, and Vim's going to execute it for me. Fantastic. That's like the 5th time I made the joke. It's not going to get old to me. Anyways, I'm going to take it. I'm going to copy and paste it. I'm going to press enter. It's going to go. It's going to download it. And now the next time I start Vim, because it's in a special spot, it's going to source it and have it ready for us to be able to run. We'll kind of go over what the special spot means, but until then, just keep that in mind. There's a certain set of spots you can have and a certain shape of your directories, and it'll start auto-sourcing all of your stuff. All right, so we have that downloaded. Let's find a plugin to install. So we'll go down a little bit further first, and we're going to make sure we have this ready for us to cut and paste. Okay, we can actually do this right now, in fact. So let's go here, and we have to do this first line. And so this first line will be dependent on where you installed the script. I did mine right. I'm going to use the .vim plugged folder, and I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go back over to my terminal. I'm going to edit my vimrc. We're going to jump. I prefer to put it right after the sets is generally where I have everything. I'm going to paste it in, and then I'm going to do the end part, which means I will go over to end or begin, type in end, and then delete everything inside of there. So there we go. We have plug begin, where it will save all the plugins at, and plug end to say, OK, the plugin manager is done. Go do the thing you're supposed to go do. And there we go. So now we're ready for plugins. Hopefully everyone was able to get the June Gunn plugin for Vim Plug. I showed you how to do it. Awesome. I'm going to assume everyone's ready. So this is the part with Windows where I wasn't sure how smooth it was going to go, because I know that Windows is not Ubuntu, and I don't know how it works. I know that the slashes are different. I don't really, at that point, you've confused me. I don't really know what's happening. So let's find a plugin. I want a fuzzy finder that's going to work for everybody here. So let's use FZF. If you haven't heard of FZF, oh, it's so bright, sorry. It is a fuzzy finder plugin. So I'm going to type in FZF Vim plugin. I'm going to hit enter. And look at that. Oh my goodness, my cursor's already ready to click it, and it's June Gunn again. My goodness. It's like this person makes a bunch of plugins. So I'm going to click this. We're going to go to the GitHub page. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to check the installation instructions just in case it's something I don't expect. OK, look at that. It actually is something I didn't expect. It requires 2 plugins, June Gunn FZF and June Gunn FZF Vim. So obviously, FZF Vim must be the simple wrapper around FZF. If you don't know what FZF is, it's pretty fantastic. It allows you to pipe any list into it and then do a fuzzy find over it. It's pretty darn fast. It's pretty nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight these two items. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to jump back in here. I'm going to use that Shift-O, wow, to go right into where I want it to be. I'm going to use Control-Shift-V because I'm pasting in a terminal. Paste those two in. I'm going to save it, and then I'm going to use Space Enter. I've now sourced my vimrc. So at this point, we're all ready to do something with it. But what do? You can't do anything yet because you actually haven't got the plugins yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here and I'm going to type in PL, and I'm going to hit Control-D. Now notice we have a set of new commands in here. We have plug, plug clean, plug diff, plug install. Plug install sounds about right. Let's give it a shot. I'm going to type in plug install, hit tab to autocomplete the rest of the characters, hit enter, and there it is, FCF and FCF.vim. If I were to take these two URLs right here, or these two words right here effectively, and paste it into GitHub, these would each be repos. They're just repos set up in a specific way to work with Vim. Fantastic. We now have it. We are ready. So we can use Control-WL to jump over to go into that one, or we could have stayed in this and used Q and quit that window. Now we have this. We're ready to go. This is fantastic. So we should be able to do some fuzzy finding. But what do? Well, as they always say to me, read the friendly manual. So we're going to go over to the friendly manual, and notice right here, awesome. So if I do :files, it will return all the files. If I do G files, it will return all the Git files. And it has a bunch of different other options, which we can go over. But right now, let's try G files. So if you're inside a project that has source control, it should work. Now remember, when I opened Vim, I opened Vim from the VimNav playground, but I directed it somewhere else. So that means when I do G files, it'll actually use my VimNav playground because that is where it was opened up. That is the folder that it was as my project. So now I can fuzzy find and find something. So if I wanted to open up Twitch, I can see there's twitch.c, twitch.h. Let's do twitch.c. Oh my goodness, we're right back to where we started. Look at how beautiful that is. We are now fuzzy finding. This is like 10 times better, but oh, hey, like my Control-P doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? Come on, you're paying attention. You know better than that. You gotta set up a remap. So let's go in here. Let's open up our config. Let's go down to the bottom. Let's highlight, which one do we want to do? Let's highlight this one. Why not? It's confusing. You can delete the rest of the line. And I'm going to show you a super cool shortcut. Are you ready for this? Shift-D. Look at that. It deletes everything from your cursor all the way to the end of that line. It's fantastic. Capital D is one of my favorite Ds. So then I'm going to hit Shift-A. It's going to go right into place. And I'm going to go Control-P. Remember, you do the brackets, a big C. Oh, your C's look like this. Big C. And then, of course, P for Control-P. There we go. I'm going to do a space. I'm going to go G files. And don't forget this one trick that makes doctors very angry. CR, carriage return. You can't forget that because if you don't do that, what happens? It just types the command but does not press enter for you. So there we go. Control-P will now execute get files. That's awesome, but if you're not in a Git repo, this command won't work. So you may want to have a backup command that will work in this situation. And so what I actually have as a backup command is I'll jump into here and I'll have project files, and I'll just have something like this. So that way I have both Git files and project files. So just in case I'm not in a repo, I can still fuzzy search over the folder. Makes sense, right? I think that that is a fairly good practice to do. So there we go. So now I just got to source it. What do we do to source it? Oh, no. Don't you say source %, space enter, right? Awesome. We've now just sourced it. We're using our shortcuts. Vim is our way. We're doing things the way we like it. Maybe your shortcut's different than mine. Perfectly fine. Awesome. And now when I press Control-P, beautiful. If I had a bunch of files that weren't source controlled, I could do space PF. Oh, yes, look at that. I am fuzzy finding like a madman at this point. I can KKK. I can also do, there we go. You can type in any letters you want. Bam, 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 bam. It just works. Control-P will go backwards in the list. Control-N will go forwards in the list. Remember, I told you Control-P is an important habit to get into because by default, it works in every list. It's just beautiful. One, it doesn't work in Quick Fix List if I remember correctly, but we're going to pretend like it does. All right, so you can use Control-C to just close it down, escape. You got it. It just works. This is beautiful. Hopefully everyone was able to get the Vim plugin to be installed. It's not too hard. One, you need a plugin manager. I choose Vim Plug. There are other plugin managers. Vim even has its own default plugin manager. I just simply use Vim Plug because it's the easiest for me. Two, you need to find the plugins you want. They're almost always on GitHub. You provide the GitHub address, -github.com. It just automatically downloads them for you. It sources them when you call plug end. This is a special function. All special functions with the word with the hashtag in it are special functions. They're called auto load functions. You don't even have to worry about what they mean or why they are like that. But you just know that these are two special functions you need to call. I want to begin. I want to end. And that's what it's going to do. So awesome.